Hey everyone, what's up? Zach here, another YouTube video today. Today I want to talk about gun control and gun violence. I did my video yesterday on racism and racist comments, so I figured this would be a good thing to keep the trend going as far as politics and stuff like that. So with that being said, let's get into it. First things off, I want to talk about schools, because they always talk about, oh, well, gun control this, gun control that, it's always guns. Okay, but think about it. When do you ever hear about that? Honestly, when do you ever hear about gun control or gun violence? After something happens, after a school shooting. I mean, we had 5, 6 last year, right? Okay, I didn't hear nothing about gun control or gun violence until after those shootings happened. And then they were talking about, oh, we need to ban guns, we need to get together, we need to stop the gun violence, we need to do this, we need to do that. Okay. One thing is I heard them talking about was metal detectors in all schools. Well, that's fine, that's a great idea, but okay, you're telling me you're gonna put metal detectors in every single school across the United States. That's probably not gonna work. 50 states, and you're talking about putting metal detectors in every single school. Okay, well, let's go down an example here. My school, when I was in high school, there was doors over on the right side, far right side, for the school buses when they came in. Had the 2 middle doors for the parents who dropped their kids off, and then we had the far left side for the students to walk in if they drove. Now, for them to put metal detectors in just them 3 doors, that would be a lot of money. I mean, do these people not realize how much metal detectors cost? Okay, but even if they did decide to do that, okay, that would work, that's fine, that's cool. But what about the doors in the cafeteria? What about the doors to the outside of the portable classrooms? What about the side doors? Are you going to put metal detectors in them? So that's what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 metal detectors? Okay, that's fine. But are you going to have cops to guard them all? Say if one because at my school there's always 2 or 3 cops, and I'll go with the high end, 3 cops, okay, out of 7. So what? Even if you put 1 down there, 1 in the middle, and 1 down there, okay, that's still 4 doors unguarded, okay. And if you didn't put metal detectors in the other door, someone just walk in, shoot that cop in the back, so that's 1 cop down, shoot all these students in the middle that he could get or she could get to. Then you got these 2 cops down here. And if they come at the same time, okay, they might have to take them down, but they have to worry about crossfire and shooting each other too. Okay, so we got that's to worry about. That's the problem so far with metal detectors. And like I said, if a metal detector goes off and there's only 3 cops out of 7, the cops are gonna be spread out. This person's gonna know what to do if they're wanting to shoot up a school. Like the Parkland school shooter, like I did my last video, and he's going to know what to do. He's going to be studying it. He ain't going to be like, oh, let me just take a chance. No, he's going to be studying it. I mean, and even if a metal detector did go off and there wasn't a cop there, well, that guy's going to realize, well, I got to make my move now. So, and another thing is, teachers always talking about, we need this, it's our school budget, we need to do this, we need all this. Okay, so, I mean, what are you going to do? Get metal detectors for every school or get the school budget? You're going to get the school budget, right? Because, I mean, you have cops there for a reason to help stop it. And, Lord willing, hopefully there won't be another school shooting this year. Maybe there will never be another one. I mean, that's all we can hope and pray for. And, another thing is, they're talking about arming teachers. Now, this one to me is worse than the metal detectors, in my opinion, because if you arm teachers, okay, say a student goes in there, has a problem with a teacher asks him to stay after class, shoots him in the head because he didn't like what he said. Or, same story, teacher and student get into an argument, and then the teacher didn't like what he said, and then boom, he goes in there, shoots him, shoots up the classroom. Or shoots up the class, then shoots him, and then shoots himself. I mean, that's problem number 1 with that. And then problem number 2. Okay, these cops don't have a description of the shooter. Okay, most of the time they're going to go off by what they hear. They're going to hear shots, okay? they're going to follow these shots until, they get the suspect down. If they see a teacher with a gun, he or she is not going to be like, oh, well, he or she is a teacher, I'm not going to shoot him. No. They're going to shoot them if they have a gun. I mean, they're going to see the gun, shoot them. Or, or at least have a gun pointed at them, about to shoot them. I mean, that's a horrible idea for them to arm teachers. I don't think that would ever pass. And if it did, if I ever had a kid, I would not send them to public school. That's not a good idea at all. I mean, I just don't get that. I mean, the metal detector idea is really not a bad idea. It's really not. But they're not thinking about all the money that's going to cost. And, not every state is financially set up for metal detectors in every school in that state. Even cities are not set up for that. In fact, a lot of states and cities are not set up for that kind of money. That's a lot of money. And then if one of them breaks, you know how much money that would cost to get it fixed and have it looked at and get it fixed and get the pieces for it? That's ridiculous kind of money. Ridiculous. I mean, I just don't get where they're coming at with that. I mean, like I said, it would be a good idea if it didn't cost so much money. But arming the teachers, that's a horrible idea. I don't get that at all. Another thing I was talking about for this is, SWAT team members and cops should be trained on what to do. They should be trained on how to approach it, when to go in, cover all the exits. And, the cops at our school and the cops near our school, they did training in our school. They ran up and down the steps, went in the classroom and stuff. So that, I feel like, was good because, they could have a plan, we know where everything is. So they could just kind of follow the shots, which I think is good that they knew where everything was. And I think that the students should also practice what to do during an active shooter situation at the school because, they have these cards, they say stay in a group, stay this, don't get out of line. Okay, if someone's shooting, ain't nobody going to be following that, No one's going to follow that. And, a lot of people are not going to stay at the school. They're going to be like, going somewhere outside the school. I think that every school should have a plan and have somewhere to go in an active shooter situation. Now, exactly where? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it could be anywhere. It could be across the street in a building, or if there's not a building across the street, it could be just across the street, just get away from the shooter. I mean, because if you get across the street, get everybody across the street, and let the cop or cops that are in the school, let them sweep the school, and then have them call in for backup. There's going to be cops there, doom, covering the school in minutes. And any students that are left over, they will take them and keep them safe. So, I feel like if you're in a classroom and there's an active shooter, should you do your best to stay together? Yeah, you should do your best to stay together, but they should also have somewhere to go. Because think about it, all these active shooter situations in the schools, think about it. They don't know where to go. They just leave the school and they just leave and try and find somewhere safe. They should all have somewhere to go, a designated place. Now, I also feel like the students in the hallways, if you can hear the gunfire, you should probably stay put where you are, hide somewhere. And if there's something near you that you can protect yourself with, take it and protect yourself. But I would not run out in the hallway. I would stay, if you're in the classroom, stay in the classroom. If you're in the bathroom, stay in the bathroom, library, cafeteria, gym, RTC area, outside, wherever you are, to stay put where you are until you don't hear no more shots. And then go outside, And, I'll see a lot of them that go down to the high school, which is fine, but what if your school isn't near a high school? Like, when I went to school, my elementary and middle school was right there, like 5 minutes apart from each other at the most. then my elementary school was all out there by itself. And the only thing we had near us was something across the street, which was a church, but it wasn't always open. So if we ever had an active shooter situation, it would be like, well, you know, we kind of got to go across the street to get to safety, pretty much. Because you don't know if he's going to come outside or not and try to shoot everybody out there. You know, you just don't know what's going to happen. That's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys think by commenting below, liking, disliking. Like I said, let me know what you guys think. And if you have a video you want me to do, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll be doing that as well. Thank you for watching.